Well, originally we were rocket edibles because obviously the rock, our little rocket, which is the medicinal guy, which is it didn't have a window to begin with. It's quite funny, and we put a window in it to show that it's actually it's not for cargo. It's actually for people.
Right.
This way, when you eat the cookie, you take a ride, and then the whole weed leaf is the propellant of your rocket.
That's very cool.
So originally we were rocket edibles. And our legal team at the time, they did a whole research to figure out what kind of risk you had. And there was a rocket edible in Colorado. It wasn't operational, but they still had the trademark now. So the lawyers suggested that we rebrand right away. Just it would cost us a heck of a lot less at that point than it would further in the game, and they could easily come after us and have a case. So at that point, we made a big list of names, and it was actually my son who came up with Cosmic, and I just loved it. So I was hemming it on, and he said, you should name it Cosmic, and it was just basically over at that point.
Great name.
Yeah, so and then when we developed the little tubes that we made, it's recycled packaging. When we made them, the craft is a recycled paper. And what I did is I found the smallest cookie scoop I could possibly find, and it took me I probably went through 20 or 30 cookie scoops, the little hand scoop things. And then I made a ton of cookies on the smallest ones I could find to try to keep the consistency. And after doing that and measuring them and nailing the formulas long enough, I came up with an average size of what the cookie would be, which is what turned out to be this size here.
Oh, very cool.
Custom made. So this way, when the cookie goes into them, the stack, there's no movement.
Right.
So when you throw them in your car or your bag, you still end up with intact cookies in the end.
That's
great. The
great.
reason we tubed them as opposed to bag them. There's a bag that actually goes down inside too.
So then the bag inside is the childproof.
Correct.
Compliant.
Yeah. You can have multiple packaging. One of them has to be compliant at some point.
And then in addition to the Cosmic edibles, the rocket, there's also the character, the Cosmic Baker.
Yeah, and that was an idea that a friend of mine who used to be in marketing at Red Bull suggested to put a face to the brand, and yeah, this is my little Cosmic Baker. Yeah, kind of looks like me.
It looks a lot like you.
That's weird. A friend of mine's an animator. He's in London. His name's Jake. He's fantastic. So I asked him to do this when this idea came out, and then we can kind of play with it, and he becomes kind of the baker behind these cookies, and we're going to do some content with him. So experiments and tests and fun things, and different things you can do with our cookies, ice cream sandwiches, things you can do with the tubes, because these tubes can be used after you eat your cookies. So we're going to start doing some of that stuff things around our brand.
And where are they available right now? That's California only.
California only, yeah, and we're focusing mostly on the Southern California market right now.
Okay.
Just because we distribute all of our own cookies, we manage all the accounts, we do all the in-store promotions and everything, all from this facility. So the further out we go, the more that was stretched. So we just decided to really focus on this market here because it's massive in Los Angeles, all the way down to Orange County, all the way up to Santa Barbara. That's our market right now. We've had a lot of interest in other markets that we will expand to eventually once we kind of get this one stable. And we have on our website. There's a map. We keep pretty much on current of what shops we're in. Plus, if you go to our social media, we put fresh drop indicators on there. So when we drop fresh cookies, we put up on the social media where we're dropping fresh ones.
And what's the social media handle?
Edibles _ Cosmic.
Okay.
But you can also search just Cosmic Edibles and we'll pop up. Which is a funny, silly story too, because we started as Cosmic Edibles. And then I realized that by searching edibles, so if somebody just was going to Instagram and putting the word edibles in, if I had it as Cosmic Edibles, we were further down. If I had it as Edibles Cosmic, we were higher.
Oh.
So I switched it.
Yeah.
So we were just initially Edibles Cosmic, but then Instagram, deleted our Instagram account twice. So the first time they deleted it, we were Edibles Cosmic. The second time they deleted it, we were Edibles.Cosmic. And now we're sitting on the third one, which is Edibles _ Cosmic. And the reason I just kept adding that is because we already had it in print, you know, and all the old prints, if you still search them, we still come up, even with the underscore. So you don't have to put the underscore. But yeah, we're edibles underscore cosmic basically.
Why do you think they took down your Instagram account?
I don't know. I mean, we have cookies. I never had any like actual flower up or anything like that, and we never pushed the cannabis side of it. It was basically fresh baked cookies, and you know, my guess is, you know, maybe competitors. That's my guess.
Yeah.
You know, because we've had a few interactions with people just realizing how great our cookies are. You know, moments that were, you know, quite fun because we spend a lot of time on the quality of the cookie. It's very, very important to us. And there's cookies that people would eat that we put into waste just because they don't meet the standards that we've set for ourselves, and we keep it really high on purpose, you know.